Hello friends, David Miller, Los Angeles creative, talking to you from my home studio, Primordial Creative, and a little bit of motivation today. I'm calling this one Just Go. It's pretty simple. If you just want to stop there, you can, but I want to elaborate. Hold on, we got a special guest. All right, me and this guy, we're going to tell you some stories. I want to talk about times where you were set to do something with somebody else or under certain circumstances, and that external part of your trip fell apart, meaning you were going to go somewhere with somebody and they backed out. You had a date to a concert, you had tickets, and you broke up with the person. My advice in all these circumstances is just go. Because if you set something up and you set it up for you and something else, you know, even if it was like a job that you had in another city, and you were going to like check out the lay of the land and look at apartments and stuff like that, and then the job fell through, I say just go no matter what, because there's still energy on your side and other good things could come. But if you just cancel everything because somebody else got canceled, then you lose all that energy, that inertia. I have a few stories to tell about this. One time I was headed to New York. My ex-wife worked for an airline, and we used standby tickets to get from Phoenix to New York. Standby wasn't gonna work. I had shoots lined up. I told myself that I'm not gonna be the person who cancels things. You know, I'm not gonna be the person who doesn't keep promises to myself. So I bought a walk-up ticket to New York from Phoenix, $500. And the kicker to the story is when I got to the gate, I think it was United or Delta, I can't remember which one, I think it was United. They said, oh, we need to take passenger off and bump them to the next plane, but we'll give you $800 in flight credit and some extra stuff, you know, upgrades. So I actually ended up coming out of that experience spending $500 walk-up ticket. I came out ahead, and not only did I get more money than I paid for my ticket, but I believe I got flights to Mexico City and Salt Lake City as well. Another New York story. Had a studio booked, one model. It's FD Studios. Those are a chain of studios around Chicago, LA, New York. And normally when I book a studio, I book two models because I kind of assume one is going to cancel at some point. And lo and behold, first thing I see in the morning, oh, I'm sorry, I don't feel good, I can't make it. Girl cancels. I have the studio, it's too late to cancel the studio. What do? I don't have anybody to shoot. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go, and you know, the worst comes to worst, I had a YouTube channel, and I thought maybe I'd film myself in this cool place for YouTube. Now, in the hallway of FD Studios, there were other photographers. There was two sisters, and they were maternity, family, bridal photographers. And I ran into them, and I said, hey, you know, if anyone's got some free time, I've got a studio over here, I got nothing going on. And one of those women did come over. She's like, David needs me. And, you know, we just shot with some light painting stuff. I think I was going to use it as a demo for a class or YouTube. But a month later, I sold my old Fuji camera, and that woman that I photographed, the one that I ran into in the hallway, is the one who ended up buying it from me. So I came out ahead because I met a person, because I went to a place, even though I had nothing to do because my purpose was canceled. And I mean, I could tell you probably a dozen stories that have just come into my mind as I've been thinking about this. When I went to Utah, I was supposed to go with somebody else, and I basically had to cancel them out of that last second. Always go, you're not doing these things for other people, you're doing them for you. And if you are doing things for other people and they're failing you, then, you know, reevaluate the kind of people that you're associating with. It's a hard thing to always wonder, like, what if I did go on that trip? What if I did go to that concert? What if I did take that leap? These aren't fatal leaps by any means, you know. Traveling, going to events, there are things that broaden your horizons and enrich your life. So, you know, take them as that, and whether or not it involves other people, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's what you get out of it. Talk to you next time.